Welcome back. You're watching Financial Planner. It's the show where we deconstruct complex financial concepts and just make them really simple, easy to understand. My name is Smriti Rao. We've been talking about health insurance over the last couple of minutes. Sumit Vaid is my guest, and I want to talk about a couple of insurance terms so that next time someone tosses them at you, you know what they mean, and you can also tell them, look, I'm just as smart as you are. So one of the terms that gets tossed about quite a bit is free look-in period. What does that mean, Sumit?
Very important term, which all the insurance buyers should know about it. What it tells you, as we were mentioning, that insurance is a contract in which wordings are very important, because wordings, the way contract is written, basically tells us for what cases will I get insurance and in what cases I'll not get insurance.
Right, yeah.
So what free look-in period gives you is that once you get a policy, please go through it. If you agree with those terms and conditions, great, continue. If you don't like it, send it back and say, no, I don't like it, please give my money back. It's such an important customer empowerment tool, which people are not using it right now.
So you're saying that if someone sells me insurance or I buy some insurance,
yes,
then I have a period during which I can hold on to it, look
That's
at it,
right.
and see if this is something that will really work for me.
That's
but during that period, let's say I hold on to it for a month,
yeah,
during that period, am I covered? If something happens to me, will the insurance company
yes,
basically take care of me?
That's right.
They will.
Because see, the concept behind this is that it's your money. It's your responsibility to know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
What kind of a contract you're getting into. Many a times we have seen that people kind of delegate this responsibility on their advisors, their planners, and saying, okay, you're the expert, please take care of it. No, never do that.
Yeah.
You know, just like you buy a TV after knowing what exactly the television is, please buy insurance after knowing what exactly that insurance is. Howsoever complex it is, most of the insurance companies have call centers which can help you understand terms and conditions of what you're trying to do.
Right.
Your advisor, your planner should have that ability to make you understand what exactly that insurance policy is. And if he can't explain it to you, he doesn't deserve to be your advisor or planner.
Take the money back.
That's true. But please read it, and if required, use it.
Okay. What charges are cut during this period? Do they cut any charges? Will they charge me anything if I return it and say this doesn't work for me?
You see, with the new guidelines which have come up from IRDA on all the insurance sides, especially towards ULIP, I think these charges have got very rationalized.
Okay.
It's not a reason to worry about.
Okay.
Now, more and more IRDA and other insurance companies are becoming much more customer-centric, much more customer-friendly itself. So do not worry about the charges.
Right.
Please read it and use the feature if you want to use it.
Right.
It's for customers' empowerment.
Quick word on critical illness cover, and this is really important because talk to us about how you just need to look for this and put a little check mark against it.
Yes, the critical illness cover is basically for situations in which a critical illness happens, and
And critical illness can be a cancer, maybe.
I'll give you a case, to explain you what critical illness is. Stroke is a very common illness these days, as common as heart attack, because of stress-related jobs. Now, in stroke, many a time paralysis happen.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody gets a paralytic attack because of stroke, sometimes it takes years to get recovered.
Sure, yeah.
In that scenario, hospitals usually advise you to go back home, because it doesn't make sense to get a patient to remain in hospital for ages. He will not get well that way. Out of hospital, as soon as you're out, there's no medical insurance. All right?
Yeah.
Neither that person is dead, so there's no life insurance.
Right.
And there's a huge expense of taking care of that particular illness, even at home. So you might have to have nurses, doctors coming in. You need to provide for other equipment, and what kind of that money which can really drain the family out.
It's true, yeah.
So you need to provide for these instances, and these are the instances what critical illness care really provide for. You can buy a separate critical illness cover, or you can bundle it with your life insurance. Again, the word out here is adequate. Please do not do that 1 lakh critical illness. It doesn't help you.
Yeah.
So let's say if you have a stroke and you get 1 lakh rupees, it's not going to last you more than 3, 4, 5 months.
Right.
So you need to have adequacy of critical illness, and critical illness riders are not very expensive.
Okay, so make sure you look for that, and you also put a little tick mark
against it. That's true, and that's where free look-in period comes in. Check it up. Go through the contract, go through the wordings, understand whether those particular features are there, triggers are there or not. If not, ask for them.
Okay, and quick question on what is domiciliary hospitalization? That sounds really complex.
No, it's simple. Domiciliary basically means residential, or basically means when you are in hospital for a treatment. It's not you're going in and coming out within a day. You are
but
staying
you're actually admitted there for a period of time.
That's right.
So that's domiciliary. So how does so what does the insurance company do with this particular type of hospitalization?
Basically, under health insurance, you are covered for domiciliary, stay at the hospital.
Right.
Most of the times, some insurance companies might even give you, medical advice related related fees also covered, but most of the insurance companies on the medical insurance side cover only domiciliary charges. So that's why this term is important to be understood.
All right, so that's what it is. I also want to check if we have that quick graphic. If you have any complaints against your insurer, remember you can always write to your insurer. Like Sumit said, if you have any complaints, you can call up the healthcare center and you can ask them about your questions. Now,
also,
first,
one more thing on the complaints. There is a concept known as insurance ombudsman.
Yeah, which is what I was going to get to, is that you can always write to these people and say, look, I have a problem, someone please deal with it. It's from the IRDA.
That's right.
And for private insurers, this is the address that we have on K. Srinivas, Assistant Director, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority, which is the IRDA. Consumer Affairs Department, United India Tower, 9th floor, 3-5-817/818, Bashir Bagh, Hyderabad, 29. So that's the address if you want to post them something more simple. Just email them at complaints@irda.gov.in. So if depending on who's your insurer, whether it's a private insurer or the public sector insurer, that's the address. But the simplest way, of course, is to call your own insurer first. If nothing happens, you still have a problem, email them at complaints@irda.gov.in. That's the email. We're just going to keep that on for half a second more, so you can just quickly jot that down, complaints@irda.gov.in. So I think we've done a fairly decent job of at least scratching the surface of what health insurance is, but there's so much more to talk about, Sumit.
True.
But like you said, knowledge, just know what your insurance contract is all about.
Yes.
If you don't like it, return it.
Yes.
Not a lot of money is cut out of it.
Yep.
And if you have any questions, call in to your call center, or just if you have any complaints.
And one last bit I want to tell to viewers, which is very, very clear for insurance. You never invest in insurance.
Yeah.
You always buy insurance, Please do not mix insurance and investment. They're two separate things.
All right.
Have adequate insurance and please buy that.
All right. On that note, Sumit, thank you so much for coming in. It's great to have you. Sumit Vaid is a regular guest on Financial Planner. We'll be back again. Now we're airing Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30. Catch us the next time. Bye-bye.